Tony had never worn contacts before, but decided he needed to today. Why? So that he could wear sunglasses and impress women and stare at women and avoid having his soul eaten by this creature. Now, before we even got out and about at Winefest, we had just bought our tickets, paid like $30 for 10 tickets or something of the premium tickets, which total waste of money. We could have easily gotten just as wasted off the standard ticket. And anyway, we got snagged away. There was like this restaurant or this wine bar or something that was doing their own little deal, and they wanted you to come in and sample their wine for free. So we said, all right. So we drank some wine, and we drank some more wine, and then Kevin had the opportunity to feed a dog. Now, this dog was pretty weak, couldn't jump up and get it out of his mouth, so he just had to hand it to him. And then I found true love. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And Tony approved. And it was still daylight, and Tony was sauced. And we were too. And I wouldn't recommend drinking Blue Moon at the end of the day after drinking vodka followed by wine. Yeah, it's a little bit too heavy. Yeah, I'd say so. Oh, and Tony took the opportunity to wear his sunglasses inside and take a picture of the waitress's ass and start falling asleep. Then I had the opportunity to do a little sobriety test. Now, I know it's a... check out the people in the background. They're a little concerned. Is that guy going to go drive somewhere? No, this is just one of those, if I wanted to drive, could I? And surely being able to touch my nose would prove that I could, right? No, so we got into a taxi. And I went home and passed out for a while and woke up by Tony, working it on me. But Kevin knows how I really like it and got me up. Then we were back out on the town. And after a long day of drinking, how about a Jaeger bomb? I said no thanks. Tony looked a little hesitant at first. Kevin peer pressured him and went and got 2 Jaeger bombs. One for Tony, one for himself. Tony looks at it and he's like, I don't know. And then Kevin decides he'd take a little bit off the top for him. Drinks a little bit. Then Tony drinks it and he pukes all over the place. He said, we got to get out of here. Because we were actually up, like elevated. It was one of these bars where you walk in and there's an upstairs, like a balcony area. And that's where we were seated. So after he pukes, he's like, we got to get out of here. So we go down below and order another drink. Same bar. And this girl starts screaming from upstairs at the balcony, pointing at Tony, saying, he's the one. It smells like shit up here. She's like screaming it at him. Her name's Tate, and she was really cool, and she ended up hanging out for us for a while that night. So Tony puking actually got us some good company. And even her friend came and hung out a little bit. Notice he keeps his distance from Tony there. Puke breath, as I call him. And then we made it to another bar. There was an old woman working at this bar. She was fun. And then after that, we went to another bar and ran into a crack. This dude on crack. This is like, if you go to Google Images and search for guy on crack, this is what you get. This is pretty close to what the dude looked like. He was just kind of, hey, you like weed? You want any weed? It was like asking people if they wanted weed, and like, no thanks, dude. What you really want to say is, dude, if I wanted weed, would you be the one I would buy it from? Seriously. Look at you. Okay? All right. So that was the end of our night. Then the next day, we made it out to a bar, and it's a KU bar, Lottie's, that a lot of Chiefs fans congregate at for the Chiefs games. I was trying to lead the troops with a little Chiefs and Chopper tomahawk chop action. And then this horrible girl was there. She had this video camera. She was trying to get a job for WGN by having people do the bears, the bears, and these people were doing this weird, creepy dancing thing. And there's one dude in this little group that was like, he wanted nothing to do with it. She puts on the Ditka mustache, the sunglasses. Yeah, if you have to have the picture of the dude you're impersonating, doesn't that kind of spoil the Doesn't that tell you that your impersonation's wrong? I did like the number 1 on the finger, though. And Tony was all like, yeah, this is cool. And later on, he was talking trash about her. He was. And Kevin was excited. He was drinking Schooners. And look at that drink. Look what it did to my belly. And Tony buried his face in it. And then there was this random chick. But she was she like a friend by association? Yeah, someone knew her. And she was hanging out a little bit. She was pretty cool. And check out this creepy picture they took together. Yeah. And then Tony got his hands on the camera again and decided to take a picture of this guy and his girlfriend. He's doing a little grab ass. Oh, and then we found out the Schooners were $12 a piece. And Kevin was paying, so he was really disappointed. But then I found out some good news and passed it along to Tony, who passed it along to Kevin. Hey, they're only $8 a piece. And Kevin was happy. And had stolen some guy's Marty McFly jacket. The life preserver. What are you doing, man? You better return that, dude. Oh, and then a great Guns N' Roses song came on that I had no idea would ever be played at a bar. Estranged. Slash, Axl, please. And then I heard the ocean. And then we left that place, and Kevin found a fountain to wash his face. And then decided he would wash Tony's feet and call him Jesus. And then we went to another place for some food. There's some quesadillas. That's a calzone up there at the top, but the mac and cheese, what was really, yeah, that was good. Yeah. And then Tony looked like he had a lot to drink and didn't want any more of that one. And I was all, I'm feeling good. And I'm all, quit it, Tony. Oh, and then they decided to do a little Dukes of Hazzard action.
Smooth, asshole.
That's the worst Dukes of Hazzard ever.
That was better.
And then the physical challenges continued.
Do it, Tony.
Let's see it. Get up! I think you're getting more than 3 steps for the top.
That's a top.
That one's 3. No, get your foot off that stair.
God damn it, you got me. You got me.
3 steps from the top.
All right, get your keys. Do it. No.
My keys are in there already. You want me to I'll throw my phone.
That dog's going
Here.
nuts.
Matt, look.
Do it.
Can you hit me in the face? Almost. It nicked it. It nicked that shit so hard.
It's not easy.
It just nicked it.
It's so funny. I didn't even...
Tony said to meet us by the giant bean for lunch. We were like, the giant bean? And then we found it. And Kevin was mystified. And then some old women came and took their picture with him. And they were grabbing on his ass. And then I stared up into the magical bean's underbelly. And look what I saw. Then we decided it was time to go to the Ditka wheel. Oh, beautiful scenes from Chicago. It was so much fun. And then this dude and his girlfriend making out. That was fun. And then Kevin was like, wee! And I was like, yeah! And then we went back to the bean and looked at it some more. And then we... went back to Kansas City and realized that we didn't know where we'd park the car, and amazingly we found it in 10 minutes or less. And it was all a great time.